What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So, a position I haven't talked about in a very long time. I think, talked about in a more in depth way and broken things down a little bit more and how I feel about it. Well, because it's the title of this video, Shiba Inu. I haven't talked about it in a while. I think many people have mentioned it in the comment section and said, look, this is where you thought Shiba Inu was going, and Shiba Inu didn't get there. And I have to admit, it didn't get to these levels. And I still believe that we haven't seen altcoin season yet. So we're going to see things thrive. But are we going to get to some of those early levels that we talked to, right? Shiba Inu could have gotten to $1, could have gotten to so much more if we had everything implemented the way that we wanted it to. But within this time frame, within from 2021 all the way to now, right, where we had all these high hopes for Shiba Inu and the ecosystem dev team and development and businesses and all of that stuff. While we had all those high hopes, within that, something happened. Something somewhere went wrong, and we have to talk about that in this video. Guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out my link for Patreon, for Twitter down below. And if you guys want to sign up for BTCC, feel free to check out that link down below. I do partner with them, so it does help out the channel in a big way. If you specifically use my link, you will get a 10% deposit bonus, as well as extra bonuses up to $10,055, 40% lower trading fees, and you can trade all the way up to a 500x leverage. I don't recommend it, but you should definitely check it out if you have the opportunity to do so for demo trading, or if you wanted to trade at just a 5x leverage or 10x leverage or something like that. You can do that on this platform. So feel free to check it out. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Patreon, and hopefully we can get you started in leverage trading, as well as just buying cryptocurrency outright, because it is a good platform to own cryptocurrency as well. So anyways, back to the topic at hand. Many people have mentioned to me meme coins that have so much potential and are going to be the next Shiba Inu. But Shiba Inu didn't live up to its full potential that it should have lived up to. And if we go back to the beginning, when we all started talking about Shiba Inu, Shiba Inu was massive, right? So many people own it, and I think it still is massive with the amount of people that own it. But everybody had the same mindset, right? If you see the supply decrease with burns, you can essentially see way higher prices for Shiba Inu, right? Because it's about the popularity, keeping that popularity window and seeing things explode from there, right? It will be a large meme coin. It's the second largest meme coin out there. But then it started to transition, right? As you had the ecosystem dev team that had so many promises, ended up being empty promises, but so many promises, people were like, oh, you know what? The sky's the limit. We're going to see utility. We're going to see an entire ecosystem. We're going to see Shiba Inu be used in a large way, not just by us, but just by the system that it's creating. We were so hype about that because this ecosystem dev team sold us this false reality of being able to utilize Shiba Inu in a large way rather than just focus on what it is, which is a meme coin, and seeing the popularity grow from there and being able to decrease that supply to increase the value of the people that were holding earlier. And every single person that buys now can see a higher value going forward because of the burns that are being associated with it. And we knew that, right? Burns were being created through my YouTube channel, through other people's YouTube channels, right? We were kind of farming views in a way to burn Shiba Inu. I was burning some myself. Many other people were deciding to burn some. You saw Shib burn that was looking to burn some. You saw a coffee company that was developing to burn some. You saw a gaming company and other gaming companies that were looking to burn Shiba Inu. And then this ecosystem dev team promised us that we would see so much more in burns and that they would do so much more. They literally did nothing for the longest time. And then when they finally got to burning and they established something that was actually working to burn, they decided not to keep up with it because it wasn't benefiting the position that they created, the project that they created, which was Bone, right? If they're selling Bone in order to burn Shiba Inu, Bone is seeing a decrease in price while Shiba Inu is seeing a potential increase in what that price can be. And they are not for SHIB. They've said this in the past, that they were for creating around Shiba Inu and that anybody can create around Shiba Inu. However, on their Discord, they sold the idea that they are Shiba Inu, that they created it, that they control it, that they can do anything that they wanted, and that wasn't the case at all. So while we were creating all of these things on the outside as a community, doing what we should have done, they were deciding to tear those things down. So anybody that was burning from a YouTube channel, they didn't support it. ShibBurn, the YouTube or the Twitter account and website that tracks all of the burns and found a way to burn from the websites as well as revenue that they have from the Twitter or X account. They were frowned upon as well from this ecosystem dev team. The coffee company frowned upon, the gaming company frowned upon, Bigger Entertainment frowned upon. Everybody decided to either leave because they were being harassed as scammers because we were just trying to burn Shiba Inu as a community. But since we were getting traction, they didn't want that traction to us. And that's where, the disconnect happened and the community decided to give up on burning. Now, people still do it. Individually, you see some people that are creating to burn or finding ways to burn in some way, but it's not to the same level that it was. It could have been so much bigger to this day if it would have been supported by this ecosystem dev team that ended up deciding not to burn anyways. And taking all of your money, whether it was from NFTs or it was from the metaverse land, the plots of land, or whether it's from the metaverse itself, or whether it's from, what was it, like Smelly Books or something? I don't know what, like just selling a bunch of different things to us as a community to say that they're doing something bigger with it, but they never did anything with it. So if I was to say where Shiba Inu went wrong throughout the whole thing, it was trusting this ecosystem dev team to do something bigger, to bring the community together and be able to burn more and more to kind of, accomplish the goal of burning enough Shiba Inu to get us to that value of $1. So I'll admit, yes, I was wrong to say Shiba Inu can get to $1 just because of the fact that we trusted the wrong group of people to lead us in that direction. And I said this from the beginning where I was on a couple of their, the X spaces or Twitter spaces at that time. And I called it out. What are you doing for SHIB? If you have a web chart and SHIB is in the middle, right? You are benefiting from everything that SHIB is, right? SHIB is here, Bone is created, and it's based off of this SHIB community, and everybody's buying, or a couple of people are buying it from there. Leash, same thing, people are buying it from there. What does Leash do for SHIB? What does Bone do for SHIB? What does the Metaverse do for SHIB? What does the Metaverse plot of lands do for SHIB? What does the NFTs do for SHIB? None of that led back to the center of the entire ecosystem, which was Shiba Inu. And we continued to trust them every time there was a bit of news, because of the fact that that was the only central team that you had, the only place to go where a lot of people believed in that one vision, which you don't even know what that vision was. It was just to create. But in reality, it was just to pad their pockets. So I'm going to say, yes, I was wrong. I still think Shiba Inu could have the ability to get to these levels, these higher levels of, $1, if we can see the entire community come together and create these burns. But the popularity window for XRP to thrive is rapidly closing, right? I don't think that it will ever die off completely. I think it will still be here. I think it will still be worth a lot, billions of dollars when it comes to a market cap. But the difference between being worth, let's say, $50 billion at the supply level we have now and $50 billion at a supply level that we could have had, it's just a crazy difference what it could have been, right? You could have made so much more money doing that. Yes, you still will make money, and I believe that's the case, right? I have about 100 million Shiba Inu, and some other people have more. But our problem with our mission that we had to burn down the Shiba Inu is that we trusted the wrong people. And when we did trust them, if we still trusted them in the second chance that we had, why not question everything that they're doing and hold them accountable to absolutely everything? To say something needs to be established here. If we're putting this money forth and we're giving you millions of dollars towards this metaverse that is just not a thing, a large portion of that money should go towards what our goal is, which is to burn off Shiba Inu. Not to say, oh, the metaverse will do a bunch of burning and other things that we have here will burn. Shibarium will burn a lot, right? Even though you would burn a certain amount and then decide not to burn anymore. We need to hold people accountable, hold groups accountable, and not trust groups just because they say, oh, well, I'm original developer for Shiba Inu. It doesn't mean that you're a good person, right? It doesn't mean that you care about everybody else. It could mean that, yeah, you developed it, you were that, and now you only care about yourself. And it seems like you're trying to push that narrative so that you can be the face of everything. And it's stupid. So anyways, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter or follow me on Patreon, check out my link for BTCC down below as well. But I'm going to get out of here and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.